Hello everybody and welcome back to M&J Games. I am Michael and we are in for an absolute treat today in today's park spotlight. This is called Fablewald. It is the second creation by Albris, I believe I said that correctly, who is just an amazing detail creator. I mean, look at the detail here. This is absolutely insane. And so this is his second park. The first park was a Mayan themed or Aztec themed park that only it contained one coaster, but it's kind of a longer, more experienced coaster and a dark ride and just insane kind of detailing and theming. But now here it says, "Welcome to Fablewald, my second park. With a ton of help from my lovely girlfriend, I am proud to present this jam-packed and detailed fantasy park." Well, I'd love to know like what all your girlfriend helped you out with, because that's awesome too. Dive into this magic world inspired by old German architecture and lore. Explore the castle, courts, and forest, but don't go too deep. You never know what you might find. Fablewald is best viewed at 10:45 a.m. or 6 a.m. Coasters are best at night or 6 a.m. Special thanks to Hobo Billy for his truly horrifying contribution of darkness. So beware. ... So this is just an outstanding park. Like, I can't say enough about the beauty of this. So clearly I didn't fully read the description before I started this recording, because I am not at 10:30 a.m. So let's go ahead and change that time. Oh, maybe I am. 10:45. Let's go 10:30. Okay, good. So that's what it was set on. So this is just absolutely amazing. So we're going to get started at the entrance, and we're going to get started in Plipcam mode. So right away you get kind of the fantasy kind of feel with this castle and stuff, as the entryway and exitway into the park is a castle. So really well done to kind of hide that ugly entrance to the park that Planko gives us. And we're going to look over everything in aerial view at the end too in good detail, but this is just, I mean, this is amazing. I'm not going to be able to say enough about this park. This is just awesome. So welcome, Planko Tycoons. And so there are a lot of us kind of within the community that kind of share all our creations together and discuss different stuff with each other, and this is just this is an amazing creation, amazing community. So we got a dragon hut. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, look at the detail on these buildings. Like, I wouldn't even know where to begin with this, because it looks like these are all individual. Oh, oops. Did I get that right? Hold on. Okay, so he took the Bavarian Wall to give him the and then wooden balcony base. Oh, that is so genius. So you take the Bavarian Wall to give you kind of those some of those colors and stuff like that, and then it also allows you to make sure that you're putting your pieces directly parallel to the actual wall piece, right? So that is just brilliant. And I mean, the detail on here is just insane. So that's amazing. So the hat's fantastic. And look at that castle. I love the kind of purple fencing there. It's a really good touch. You know, maybe place a rock right there to cover up that grass. No, I'm just kidding. This is wow, this is well done. I don't even know where to go first. Oh my gosh. We usually go left. Let's go right this time. Let's take this bridge. I mean, this detail is just astounding. And I love the kind of music in the background. So now it almost feels like a totally separate area with kind of it being wooded and stuff. Grave Grobber. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So this gonna be like a haunted house style ride. Oh, this is one of these flat rides. Okay. Let's get out here so we can... Golly, that's a cool ride skin. I mean, it gets so close to that that pole kind of on this side. Actually, maybe it doesn't get that close, but either way, that is really, really cool. And I like to add in the detail around the exterior here. I think that's a cool touch. And we got a coaster. Whoop whoop. My favorite. So it looks like it's the launched torque, because you've got the loop with the car going over it. So we'll see kind of how that looks. Let's head this way. I mean, that's just, oh, look up there. And the elevation changes in this park are just astounding. You got the castle in the background, and oh, what do we have over here? Oh, we got like a little village. Oh, this is so nice. We haven't seen the coaster go by yet. Wow, this is cool. And I'd be interested too to see how this coaster, like I know the other one was kind of a longer, more experienced coaster, but I mean, I talked about like using the smoothing tool and some different things, so I'm gonna be really interested to see how you improved on this coaster since the previous time, your previous park. But these views, like, this is so cool. And then you got some terrain, but you're also mixing it with rocks that kind of mask or look like the terrain. Oh, this is cool. So I guess that would be like a staff door or something. Little village. Let's go this way. Let's head back. Now the crazy thing, guys, when we kind of see how this park tour goes, this is 100% on a PS5. That's what's going to be insane about this, is the amount of detail. It's like the NH99 level, where it's like the park, you're like, how in the world is this at 100% when it's not that big of a park overall, but it's just the amount of detail that's been put in every aspect is insane. You know, little things like this just bring it out too, where you've got kind of like these little show scenes. That's awesome. I know we're gonna hopefully not miss anywhere, but the elevation changes with these stairs and stuff, like, oh, this is beautiful. And that's a really cool way to kind of make the coaster kind of fit that that element that you have there. That is a very unique element. And we'll have to see what time our... Oops, that's not meant to. So fireworks started about 1900, so we'll have to make sure and check that out. But let's get back into flip cam mode. Alright, so we already went this way. Let's check out this way a little bit. Okay, so we got... It's hard to read that sign. Evening Scar, Whirlwitch, and Der Nussknacker. I think that's how you say that. I think that was a D. Gosh, it's just awesome. And I love this queue for the carousel. This is so nice. And you've got the exit path kind of going right beside it. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Wow, this is well done. And you've just covered it with rocks and stuff. Oh, that is beautiful. Really is. Now we got the kingdom right here, is what it looks like. Whew. Boy, is this majestic. Wow. So, I think this is the way we were... Oh, this is amazing. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, so this is the way we came after we looked at the kind of little village. So, I mean, I'm just kind of at a loss for words on all this. Like, there's really not much else to say. Other than maybe if there's a way to lower this just a tad bit, just for the sake of, you know, the guest actually being able to kind of visually see over over that. So now here's another ride. Looks like a flat ride with obviously a nice detailed queue. And I like once again how the queue and the exit path kind of go very near each other in this sense. So this is really, really well done. You know, only thing I'd say is finding some way to get creative with your kind of foliage and different things to where you can cover up the fact that this is not actually level on ground beneath it, because if it was, it wouldn't have these curbs. So that's really the only thing I can say. But it looks just amazing. I love the little TVs and pictures up on the wall. I guess those aren't TVs, the pictures. Kind of adds that extra touch. You got the glass windows to kind of look in and see the ride. Really, really cool. I mean, it's just all the different details that are used. Like look at the difference in these two buildings. Some of the same building pieces, some different. Man, it just works really well. Wait, is that piece coming to the game, or did you make that stained glass? I honestly never knew if that's a piece that's in game. I did not know that. The sewers featuring Hobo Billy. Ooh. Awesome. So we got mini golf here. Oh, that's awesome. Look at this. This is insane. See, let's see what we missed up here real quick. Yeah, so we just got a seating area. Looks like we got a couple of food place to kind of get some food and sit down. I do like these wooden balcony bases here, so I do think it provides a nice look to it. Boy, this is a majestic entrance. Like, look at this sign. Wow, and then these stairs. Are those 10-meter wide paths, or how did you get the paths that wide? I guess that's, yeah, those would be 10-meter paths, yeah. Oh, nice. And so this would be an example where you could do what you did here, where you kind of double side it and do the same thing here, and then it can kind of cover up this ugly curb along with the the ugly curb, or you could even, I'm blanking on my words now. You know what I mean? It would cover up the ugly curb and the fact that there's kind of nothing there. But that is a really, and that's even ride skinned. Wow. This is just impressive. And if you guys haven't seen his other creation, I will put a link in the description below, because it is amazing, and it's one of my top 10 most viewed videos at this point. So I know Jasmine downloaded this on her for something she's kind of trying to get reference with in her park, and I think this whole kind of building alone took up like 10%. This is crazy. This whole blueprint. Wow. Look at this station. Oh my goodness. Like, that's just not even fair that you can create something like this. What in the world? So let's go ahead and pause that. And here's another thing too, if you're in flip cam mode and you don't want to accidentally get cut out, but you want your cursor to show back up, if you just double click on something and then you can hit the circle button, or double click X and then hit circle, it'll get you out of it. So launch, torque, stats, all good. G-force, lateral G-force is probably a little bit high. Airtime count good, number of inversions good. So the last coaster you made was like a 5+ minute coaster. So this one's over 2 minutes. So this is getting close to 3 minutes. So it's probably got some experience to it as well, and it's called the Sewers. So it's probably a little hint of what to expect. So I wonder if there are triggers on the ride. Let's ride seat view on this because of that. Oh, you know what? I just realized that he said the coaster is best to ride at night. So let's change this to nighttime. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Wow, that is beautiful. Wow, and you know what? Before we hop on the coaster too, just so we can so I don't forget to do this, kind of look at an overview of what we see in the park so far. So we've seen this aspect of the park, and I mean, layout's really nice. You've got your flat rides, and they're kind of tucked back into the terrain here, or in this instance, in this building. I mean, look at this awesome kind of plaza walkway. This kind of reminded me of when I was in France. They had the river that runs downtown, and you had all these, like, you had the roads that kind of go beside it, and you had some walkways that went across, and I think they're elevated so they weren't flat like this, but it just kind of gives me that kind of vibe with the style of it. Now granted, I was only in France for like 6 hours, so it wasn't that long, but that's just kind of what I remember, and it was about 8 years ago. But this is impressive, man. Impressive. And then if you look at the architecture design here, you know, that's a custom. Let's see. It's like those pieces are custom. You got the clock that's custom. What is this right here? Where's that part of the clock? I'm trying to figure out what pieces are those. Cider press. I don't know if I've ever even seen that piece used before. So, yeah, just, I mean, you can see all the detail, just insane. Those almost look kind of like dragons from far away or something. You got the knights up there. This is beyond impressive. All right, now I think this is the. Okay, yeah, I was just making sure that that was the right coaster. Well, this all of a sudden turned creepy quick. Whoa. I mean, I don't think there's much else to say other than wow. I mean, your improvement on that coaster from your first one is incredible. And that's not to say your first coaster was bad, because that's not what I mean at all. It just means this is really smooth, and versions were smooth, as you could tell that some of them were custom, I believe, at least in the caverns area. And I think there are triggers on the fireworks, because I thought there was a fireworks show, but now I'm thinking that it's triggered that way because when the coaster went by certain areas, the fireworks went off. But as you can see, just really well lit, all these different areas, and each area is kind of colored differently, which I think is kind of a cool aspect of it. But this is really, really impressive. And let's go look at the... Where does it go into the cavern? That's the question I have. So it comes this way. Yep, you see the fireworks. Then fireworks over here. Then, okay, yeah, so... this was not creepy at all. Oh wow, this is like, the detail you put in here is amazing. Then how the coaster gets launched back like that. Nice touch. Okay, so you had to actually okay, oh okay, so you just put that piece there. What wall piece did you use? Okay, so you just had to take wall pieces and kind of custom fit them to where. Very smart, very smart. What is this? See, some of the stuff I'm like, there's so many pieces in the game to build with that I just forget kind of where certain things are one time. Crypt pillar, ooh, that's a good touch there. Yeah, this is creepy. That is creepy. So I wonder, did Hobo Billy make that? Is that what he helped you with? And then you come down here, and I mean, this is just awesome. Like, this cavern that you've kind of dug out is just insane. So I wonder, did you build underground first and then kind of cover the top portion back over, or did you just kind of have to dig it out as you went? Yeah, 'cause that's definitely a custom inversion there. And then I think I'm going on the right one. Yeah. Then we go back to the beginning of the ride. So that's amazing. Let's go back to 10:30 like he said. It's just astounding, and let's get back in flip cam mode for the last bit of the tour. Yeah, and then seeing the view from up here too is awesome. Now you know what I want to do now is go play some mini golf. Oh, nice ATM, kind of decking it out a little bit. That's nice. Wow, and then you got the oh, they could come down this way too. Okay, that's awesome that you give them kind of a second way to exit the castle kingdom area, whatever you would call that. Look at this. Well, that's a unique, detailed building. I mean, there are just so many details in this park that it's hard to... I could be here for hours and hours. See what's up here. Just all the different fencing. You know, placing boards. Like you see those green boards? Those would be planks that are placed on top of the wooden structure just to kind of create a little bit of extra detail to it. I mean, kind of same thing here. Oh, that's cool. Whatever those things are. Kind of creepy, but cool at the same time. Look at this leaning tower. That looks like the Weasley's house. Smaller version, at least. The kooky courtyard. What? Look at this. This maze? Uh-oh. I'm stuck. Well, I mean, I don't want to know how long this building took you to make, dude. This is outstanding. And look at this. The cool thing is it has the facade that the castle has, which I love that coloring for the castle, by the way. That looks so much better than the traditional colors that they give you in game. But then you carry this to where in theory you could have, even though you didn't actually put anything there from the ground, it looks like you could like have a walkway there. And then you've got these kind of pillars and towers. Do they have doors at the bottom? Nope. That would have been cool if you put little doors at the bottom of them. That's just, oof, that's so cool. Then you've got this little oasis up here almost where the coaster flies by. That's a cool touch. So it's almost like it's a maze for the queue. Oh, that's cool. So you actually hid the entire queue line, everything, and created a maze for it. That is awesome. Wow, that's cool. Okay. Then that's where the coaster. Yeah. Oh, I love this little fencing right here. Kind of add that extra layer of security. That is awesome. Wow, this is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Then we got a Ferris wheel over here. Oh, you got a little, is this a little jousting or whatever it's called? And you built the area for the peeps to sit down and watch. An interesting way to make, what is that right there? So wooden scaffolding, okay, we know that. Oh, you took a wooden pole, but you kind of doubled it up to make it look more sturdy. Okay. Okay, I see you there. That's a cool touch. Then you got Evening Star. Yeah, it creates a nice kind of light for that park in that area. That is cool. So now we got mini golf. You created your own putter. That's awesome. So now we gotta walk up a little bit to get started. Just mementos. This would be kind of where you checked in at. So we got the first hole. What'd you use for? Emergency light? Okay, so you did emergency light there, but what's the one in the... What's the ring around is what I wonder. Hmm. Golly, that's really cool. So you used a firework. Okay. I mean, that looks like about as good of a hole as we can make. So I wonder how many holes do we have. You got the first hole here. And then do we... Okay, I guess we go here, then we walk around to the second hole. Then you walk here to the third hole, which you got a custom kind of little loop in it. That's really cool. And then we go fourth hole. And I like how you kind of made all the designs different. Like this must have been a lot of fun to try to come up with the different ways that you wanted the putt-putt holes to look like. Ooh. Okay. That's definitely different. Then so 6, then you go, oh, this is you got 7, you got 8, 9. Oh, I like that one. That one might be my favorite. Although that would be, gosh, that would be impossible almost. 10. This one's cool. So we got 11. So where's the hole? Oh, you're just trying to get it up there in the net or something. That's kind of a cool concept and idea. But yeah, this is amazing. But you know what might be my favorite thing about this park? And this is something a lot of people probably would miss on or not recognize. Look at this stream. Does anybody know how he made this stream with this running water? And how he made it look so amazing? It's a river rapids. Like, that is astounding. So basically, made the rapids and covered it with terrain or rocks, and it looks like it's a flowing little lake or flowing little river, and that's the only way to make rushing water actually look like this in the game. That takes time. That's something that I want to do at some point. But like, look at this. This is just beautiful. Wow. Then that's the mine train coaster. Okay, we'll have to get to that in a second. I don't want to skip ahead. But yeah, absolutely love this mini golf. Love this area. I mean, I think that's my favorite area of the park, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, everything's amazing in this park, but I just love like, it doesn't even feel like it's part of the same theme park. It just feels so different and secluded, which I definitely like. Now the last part, I believe this is the last part. If we go this way. Oh no, that's the exit. How do we... I guess there's not a connection there, so we'd have to go back. Back this way through the castle. Oh, we haven't even seen this part yet either. That's why. Okay, so let's go back down here to the entrance. So, if we went left, which I love this elevation change here, this walkway, even though they're floating. I don't know why Planko does that. They're floating. It's magical. And I love little details like this. This is really, really well done. So this is Tall Man. Okay. Ride at night. This is an interesting cue, to say the least. Ooh, I like... Oh, that's cool. You kind of get to see the coaster drop. You know, one thing you could have done is, um, if you used a grid, like use this these pathing on a grid, it would make it more where it's pretty close together to where you can move in the wall pieces to kind of hide the curbs that are right there. So it just drives me crazy that we can't get rid of the curbs on elevated paths. But look at this. So it's kind of like a very kind of eerie feeling because you almost have like these crypts or these stone graves kind of covering up the pen or the whatever you call it. We're waiting in line. So it's an open station, but it's a super nice station. And this is a basic canyon runner. I didn't mean to click on the guest. There we go. Once again, another amazing coaster. It just doesn't even seem like the same coaster creator. It's kind of like with Poops It Out in his first part compared to his second one, just in terms of layout and in terms of just the smoothing and everything, how much he improved making the coasters from one part to the other. Same thing here, and this is amazing. So I love how it's basically dug out in this hole, and it basically just goes back and forth the whole time. That is a beautiful, beautiful coaster. And yeah, so we have looked at this park, and hopefully I didn't miss anything. Like, there are just so many small details, it's hard to catch everything. And so I tried to make sure and notice as many things as possible. Like, you've got this tree here, but you've got all these vines growing out of it to be some kind of a like witch or something, some kind of evil creature. Oh, it's like a scarecrow thing almost. It's actually a walker. Oh my gosh, there's its hands and its legs, its face. And then here you've got another creature. Maybe that had something to do with the name, I don't know, but this looks like a, I don't know, something off of that oh gosh, I forget the name of the game. I don't know, but that is really cool. Is there another one anywhere? Yeah, well, either way, that is awesome, kind of creating those creepy creatures. Whew. That is quite the scene, quite the visual. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed this park. I don't know why anybody wouldn't enjoy this park, but my goodness, this is amazing. What was your favorite ride? What was your favorite area? I still think this mini golf is my favorite area. It's it's so well done. It's so kind of peaceful and secluded. Love the river, little river flowing. I mean, but everywhere in this park is just amazing. And I really love the coaster, both coasters, and just how it's laid out. And guys, so make sure to go rate this on the workshop, even though it's on the PS5 and you might not be able to play it. Still go rate it. Give it a thumbs up. Excuse me. And just wow, I just another one of those times. It's like 3 in the afternoon. I'm yawning. Why is that happening? But yeah, this is just such an amazing park, guys. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and as you can kind of see, just raising the terrain a little bit here. Like, who cares what the outside of the edge looks like? Because what matters is how does it look when you are inside of the park. And it gives that kind of sight line to where it feels like there's nothing kind of beyond that. So that's really, really well done. And oh, we didn't even look up here real quick. When this coaster kind of goes back in this space. Yeah, this is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. And as I said, make sure to go like this on the workshop. And hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day.